Malik is a history teacher. He wants to teach his students about the Dust Bowl and isn't quite sure about the best way to approach it. He's heard that constructivist teaching can help him, but he's not sure what it is or how he can use it in his classroom. Constructivism allows students to construct their own learning. Constructivist teaching is about making good learners as opposed to simply giving students information. In a constructivist classroom, Malik will want to have his students explore concepts in an organic way. His focus will be on teaching students how to learn instead of just giving them facts about history. This all sounds pretty good to Malik, but he's not sure how to use constructivism in his classroom. To help him out, let's look at the 5 major principles of constructivist learning and how they can be used in the classroom. Constructivist teaching is built upon 5 major principles, which explain how constructivist classrooms are different from traditional classrooms. These principles are: 1. Teachers seek and value students' points of view. Unlike traditional teaching, where students are expected to provide the one right answer the teacher is looking for, in a constructivist classroom, students are encouraged to elaborate on their ideas and use evidence to bolster their opinions. Through supportive questioning, teachers can get students to communicate what they're thinking and why. 2. Classroom activities challenge student assumptions. Through constructivism, students are encouraged to explore an aspect of something that they haven't tried or thought about before. Whether that's a new product, something like writing a screenplay instead of an essay, or a new point of view, constructivist teaching is about challenging and broadening student views. 3. Teachers pose problems of relevance. Constructivism is about exploring complex, real-world problems that allow students to engage with the material. Tying learning to ideas or problems that relate to the students' lives and interests can help bolster their motivation to learn and deepen their understanding of material. 4. Teachers build lessons around big ideas. There are certain essential concepts that students need to learn, such as understanding cause and effect, critically analyzing documents, or inquiry-based exploration. Lessons in constructivist classrooms are built to encourage mastery of these essential concepts, or big ideas. 5. Teachers assess learning in the context of daily teaching. Traditionally, teachers give information for a certain amount of time and then hand out a test to see if students learned the content. In constructivist teaching, assessment is about spending time every day focusing on what still needs to happen for student success. Assessments are often authentic and in the moment, such as discussion questions or collaborative projects. So, how can Malik apply these principles? Let's take a look at something that Malik wants to teach his students. He wants to teach them about the Dust Bowl in the United States during the 1930s and how it impacted the lives of ordinary Americans. Malik will want to start with his big idea, learning how the Dust Bowl impacted the lives of ordinary Americans. Perhaps Malik wants to add an additional essential skill to his lesson. As an example, perhaps he also wants his students to be able to analyze primary documents. Now that he has his big ideas, the Dust Bowl's impact on Americans, and analyzing primary sources, it's time for him to plan the lesson. He decides to assemble a wide array of documents and photographs from the Dust Bowl era. He'll make them available to the class, let them choose several documents and photos, and then explore them in small groups. Malik can put together some questions for the small groups to answer as they examine the artifacts. As another example, he might ask them to discuss what patterns they see. How do the documents vary? What's the point of view of each writer or photographer? Questions like these challenge student assumptions by encouraging them to think about how the beliefs and agenda of the creator of an artifact can sway the impact of said artifact. He might also ask students about daily life in the Dust Bowl era. How was it different from life today? How was it similar? With these questions, he's asking groups to relate history to their own lives, which lends the problem's relevance. Once Malik has his students working in their small groups, he can circulate around the classroom, asking students questions and encouraging them to use evidence from the artifacts to back up their ideas. In this way, he's both seeking his students' point of view and assessing their comprehension of the essential concepts of the lesson. Let's take a few moments to review what we've learned about constructivism in this lesson. Constructivism allows students to construct their own learning experiences. Constructivist teaching focuses on exploration and teaching students how to learn instead of just giving them information. Constructivist teaching is built upon 5 major principles, which explain how constructivist classrooms are different from traditional classrooms. These principles are: 1. Teachers seek and value students' points of view. 2. Classroom activities challenge student assumptions. 3. Teachers pose problems of relevance. 4. Teachers build lessons around big ideas. And 5. Teachers assess learning in the context of daily teaching.